Hey there, beautiful souls. Are you ready for your general intuitive tarot reading for October? If this is your first time to this channel, hello and welcome. This is Universal Wisdom Tarot. And if you are returning, thanks for joining me once again. As always, please remember that not all messages will resonate for everyone, so take what does and leave the rest for someone else, because these are readings for the collective. If you haven't already, I would ask that you take a second right now to click the subscribe button, which is free for you and is a great way to support the channel. Also, if you are enjoying these videos and want to see more of them, then let YouTube know that by clicking the like button as well. If we take a quick look at the astrology for October, the retrograde motion of Saturn, Neptune, and Uranus might feel like a regression of old stories and people reappearing in your life. But it really isn't. So instead, use this as an opportunity to wrap up the past and take care of any unfinished business. This is particularly important if you are an Aries, Taurus, Gemini, or Pisces, as you will feel it and benefit from it the most. Now, on October 6th, we have a full moon in Aries, which inspires us to channel our inner pioneer and get ready to chase big dreams. When Venus enters Libra on October 13th, our romantic life receives blessings. Dating and friendships will go well for all signs, but if you're Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius in particular, you'll get a charismatic boost. The new moon in Libra on October 21st might bring on a fear that reminds us of a little insecurity we may have thought we'd overcome. But this is an opportunity to truly rise above that challenge and show what we're capable and made of. These lunar vibes might feel particularly intense for Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorns. October 22nd marks the sun's entrance into Scorpio. The season of the witch begins now, and it's set to get spooky in every sense of the word. Over the next 4 weeks, a general sense of mystery might be felt in the air. And finally, on October 28th, the most positive and harmonious aspect of the month occurs when Mars trines Jupiter. Do you feel like taking a risk? The universe says to go for it. Those who act on their desires, especially Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, could find themselves in the right place at the right time. Now, let's see what other messages the universe has for you, so I'll catch you on the flip side of this video. All right, beautiful souls, this is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign for the month of October. I hope you are well, Cancer. And in honor of Halloween, which is at the end of October, I am going to use my Jack-o'-lantern tarot deck to clarify your cards. This lovely one here with the owls and the pumpkin on it. October 31st, Halloween, was called Samhain or Samhain, depending on how you pronounce it. It was a Gaelic and a Celtic tradition, and it was a celebration. It was a celebration of the harvest, and it was also a time when they believed that the veil between the worlds, between this world and the other side, was either at its thinnest or that the line between those worlds could be blurred, and thus it would make it far easier to reach out to the ancestors. And it would start on October 31st in the evening and would go into November 1st. And of course, then month of November is known as sort of the month. We have All Saints Day on November 1st, but it's the time when it's getting dark, at least in the northern hemisphere where these people were. So, and that would be, the Irish and the Scottish, Northern Scottish. So, anyway, let's dive in and see what the ancestors might want to tell you for the month of October. And, of course, I'm going to start by giving thanks to the angels, spirits, guides, and the universe for the messages they provide and for assisting me in interpreting the messages for the highest vibrational good of my Cancer seekers. All right, let's have cards, please, for Cancer for October. Queen of Wands. Let me do this, hopefully you can see it. Apologies, my throat is acting up a little bit. You have the Lover's card. You've had two cards come out, which are the Sun card and the Six of Wands together, which is gorgeous energy. When those two come out together, that's beautiful. I think something else flipped, so just give me a second. I'm going to go through the deck. I feel like something flipped and they're telling me check the deck. Check the deck. Check the deck. Yes, I'm checking the deck. Thank you. I'm checking it, but I'm not seeing anything. So maybe they're wrong. Although they're never really wrong, the guides. They usually tell me to do something, and then if I resist it, they don't let go of it, which is, well, they're not wrong. Okay. You did have something else that flipped, and it was the Page of Swords. I hope you can see that there. And at the bottom of the deck is very interesting that you have the Hierophant. Okay, now Hierophant is it's a bit of a weird energy actually sometimes, but I love this Hierophant here because usually on most decks the Hierophant is the Pope, right? And that you're seeking guidance from the Pope, or the Pope is guiding you and religion is guiding you. But in this deck, what I love about this is it's a female character. I'll just take it down here so maybe you can see it a bit better. You have this female character sitting here, and there's a very, very large owl holding a book. And you're in this tree. It's like the tree of knowledge, right? The tree of knowledge and the owl, which represent wisdom. It represents your knowledge. It represents your thoughts, but it also represents you bouncing ideas off of something that you trust, something that you're curious to learn in this month. I feel this is a month of learning for a lot of people. And I feel that also because you have this Page of Swords going on here. And I'm getting the message that for some of you, that you are either, I don't know, like I feel like, well, October is back to school. I mean, you've been back to school. If you are in school, you've been back to school for a month. So you're in the thick of it. For some of you, I feel like you are going back to school because you want this knowledge. You want to get that degree or that diploma that you're standing on top of. For some of you, I feel like this back to school thing makes you feel that, you know, you might have the time if you're retired to go back to just, you know, audit classes. You don't need to take exams or anything like that, but you just want to listen and learn in lectures. And I feel like for some of you, that school is your work. That you know, or you're working hard at school, or some of you might be teaching, because I feel like somebody's job is school and school is somebody's job. All right. Or that maybe it's because it takes up a lot of time. When, if you are a student or if you're going back to school, studying takes up a lot of time. It takes up a lot of energy. It takes up a lot of our, you know, we don't do homework, or at least I never did homework in an hour and finished everything. I don't know about you, but homework used to take me hours and hours. Regardless, there was always a lot of papers to write and a lot of you know, presentations to do, and a lot of you know, things that took, you know, planning and weeks of work and stuff like that. So books to read and then papers to write, things like that. So I feel like it is a very busy month, and it's a busy month related to learning, related to school. Okay. Now, why is it also a busy month? I feel like it's a busy month because of that Queen of Wands. Okay. Now, I do want to say that you know, the Queen of Wands is a manifester, a doer, a shaker, a mover. So, you know, it's an energy of really getting busy, super busy. So for some of you, I feel your month is super busy. I feel like it could be related to your family, but it could be related to work. It could be related, and take this in any area of your life. Somebody is very busy here. They're getting busy, and they're getting their hands a little bit dirty, and they're trying to manifest something, or are manifesting things that they really want. And I do feel them very much in regard to this this knowledge, this wanting to learn, this school thing. I don't know why I'm getting school is what they keep telling me. And I'm feeling like, you know, I mean, that Page of Swords is standing on that stack of books. They're gaining as much knowledge as possible to put themselves in a powerful position. So for you, I feel like also with the consultation here of the Hierophant, the consultation that figure is doing with the wise owl, is that you're asking for help from someone who is wise. You're looking for a mentor, or perhaps you are a mentor. Perhaps you're looking for someone to teach you some new skills, or perhaps you are a teacher. All right. I just feel like this mentoring, teaching, school thing is what's going on here in the month of Cancer. Now, or month of Cancer, in the month of October, Cancer. If you are not in school, if you're not going to school, if you don't want to go to school, if you don't work in school, I'm going to say to you, then this is in your home life. Okay. I feel like you are in command of the home front. Okay. Which you don't mind in the least with that Queen of Wands. All right. And I feel like whatever this is, it's casting a favorable glow, if you will, because you have the Sun card, you have that Six of Wands. That Queen has a big, beautiful flower on it, and it's like casting light onto onto your month here, I feel like it's something is casting a favorable glow over your career, over your job, over your projects, your home projects, whatever it might be. All right. And I feel like it's just like a balancing act, if you will, that you're doing in this month. Let's clarify the Queen of Wands. I feel like you're super busy. So I do feel like as if you're balancing on something, Cancer, like you're balancing work, you're balancing home life because home life is busy. You're balancing, you're balancing just in general work-life balance. I'm feeling for somebody here that they have to balance things. Wheel of Fortune. So definitely things going in your favor, all right? Feeling like you need to, that the wheel is spinning, it's spinning with you, and this is a good favorable time for you. It's an up time, right? So sometimes the wheel is up, sometimes the wheel is down, sometimes the wheel is just that. It's just time in general, right? So if you're feeling stressed for time or that time is passing quickly, I get it, right? That's what the Wheel of Fortune is. The Wheel of Fortune is, the passage of time that we're up, that we're down, and sometimes that we're but it's also an energy of luck. Right? So I would say to you that luck is with you in this month. As I said, I feel like a favorable glow is being cast over top of you. All right. And I do feel like somebody is balancing. I don't know why they keep giving me that message. Balancing, balancing, balancing. Okay, something just popped out. What the heck is that? Yeah, Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles says you are balancing. Most assuredly, you're balancing. This person, this character, is standing on a pumpkin with their toe. All right, got another pumpkin here on this other foot, on this other toe, and is juggling these two pentacles in the air. So I feel like you're definitely doing some balancing, and if you're having any challenges, you're trying to balance life with the challenges, with the work, with the what have you. All right, so that's good. So now they're going to allow me to go past that energy now that this card has come out. Anyway, I just have to tell you, they just said to me, and I have to give you the message, you've got this, okay? Whoever that's for, you've got this, all right? I do feel like for some of you, you are really just, so busy as heck. You have to be careful because the devil also came out a little bit, which means that the devil is an energy of enslavement. Okay, it's an energy of feeling bound to something. Sometimes that's a negative. And if you are working too much or not getting enough playtime, then I'd say to you, it is time to switch things up a little bit, Cancer. I would say that it is definitely an excellent time to reboost your, or boost for that matter, your romantic situation at home. You do have the Lover's card there. So if you are in a relationship, I feel like you can expect a bit of a romantic time in this month, as long as you're not just work. It's time to also pay attention to your love life a little bit. All right. Now, if you don't have a partner, and you're looking for one, I'd say, so if you're single, I'd say it's a good time, it's a wonderful time to actually enter into the dating scene. That's the, with the Lover's card is what I'm getting. But if you are actually with the person that you love, the person you're going to spend the rest of your life with, I'm going to say that the Lover's card is telling you that it is a time to be spending much more time with them and to really be, I want to say, they're giving me an energy of snuggling up with somebody. So for those of you that are in a relationship, then I say you're snuggling up with your honey in these moments of, these autumn moments if you live in the northern hemisphere. And if it's in the southern hemisphere, I'd say you are enjoying the springtime. You're out and about with the person that you care about. You have the star card there, which says this is the perfect timing that the stars are aligned and shining down on your relationship. That's why I say it's a good time if you're single to get out into the dating scene. All right? The stars align for us, and they line up and they say perfect timing. That's what the star card is for me often. It's a card of optimism. It's also a card of being, having faith in the universe that it's going to bring you what you need when you need it. Okay? It's going to guide you. It's like it's a guide, right? It's like a map, the stars. The ancient Egyptians built the pyramids based on the stars in the sky. So it was like a map. It was showing them how to align things, right? So this is what this is doing for you. It's going to guide you and show you the true map that you need to your wishes, and whatever wishes that you want to, whatever you want to make come true, the stars are aligning for you. And because this is clarifying the Lover's card, I'm going to say apply this in relation to your love situation, to your romantic situation, to your relationships of people who, with whom you can, with your honey, right? In like I said, in October, you might be having a fireplace situation, and you're sitting in front of the fireplace and just enjoying that time with somebody. Let's continue to clarify the Lover's card, please. King of Wands, definitely looking at the big picture. That is the King of Wands. It's the card of saying, yep, I see the 30,000 foot view, and I do want to make this, I want to have my career, but I also want to have my personal life, and I want to have my honey, and I need to spend some time there, right? King of Wands is an energy of looking at the big picture. It's also an energy, though, that it trusts. The king trusts in its knowledge, in its competency, in its competence, if you will. It's a leader figure, right? So it's somebody who is definitely driving forward, or has the ability to drive forward. Now, for some of you, I feel like you might have to take command in this relationship, or somebody who is the King of Wands. Who has an optimistic energy, somebody that's confident, might be in your life, all right? Somebody that's very enthusiastic, kind of like a good husband, father figure, who might be in charge of the relationship there, or is driving the relationship. That's okay. That could be your honey, could be your one. Male or female doesn't really matter here. It's the energy of being optimistic and a good husband, wife, whatever figure, or good father, mother, whatever figure. All right? All right. Let's get one more clarifier. Magician, yeah, beautiful. Beautiful magic is there for you guys, all right? So you have the elements, you have the magic, and this is a really great time for that relationship to blossom and grow. It's a very magical time for you guys, all right? Now, let's get into the Sun card and the Six of Wands. I mean, the Sun card just amplifies. When it comes out with something else, all it does is amplify the energy of the other card. And not to say that just, because that's a powerful thing, okay? So the Sun is amplifying the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is the card of recognition. The Six of Wands is the card of saying you got a pat on the back, or you've got the promotion, or you got the bigger responsibility at work, and maybe you didn't want that, but somebody's going to be getting it. It's a card of victory, and with the sun shining on top of it, I'd say it's a double victory, or it's a whopping sized victory for somebody. Okay, so somebody is going to get something bestowed upon them, like maybe a bonus, maybe a new job with a higher pay or a higher position. I feel like somebody gets more responsibility. In the school context, I feel like somebody's is working toward and will achieve great grades, or great, get their degree, get their diploma, will, pass things with flying colors. I feel like, for some reason, I think in October is like, it's like midterm kind of exams and stuff for some schools, for some universities, what have you. And I'm feeling like somebody is going to do really, really well. Your efforts and achievements are going to get recognized in this month, especially with the sun card there being all positive and shining bright light on this achievement that you're going to get. I'd say that it's definitely a card of, for some people, a card of fame, okay? But, that's not for everybody. But for others of you, it's a promotion. It's a rise in status, or it's a raise, maybe even for some of you, okay? So I feel like, if this is you, then I feel like you're... I really do feel like there's no better time for you to negotiate a raise or a promotion if you haven't got one and you want one, okay? So this is a good time to do that. Let's clarify the Sun and the Six of Wands. Let's see what else they want to tell you about this situation. Yeah, Sun card again. Okay, you can't make that up. The Sun, clarifying the Sun and the Six of Wands. So now you have the Sun twice shining down on that Six of Wands. Okay, this is a beautiful time for a raise. There's no better time for a raise or a promotion. Start communicating with your boss, communicate with your authority figures, communicate with whoever. If you don't have a boss and you have a side business or something that you're doing and you're your own boss, I would tell you that you're going to probably sign some contracts, you're going to be making some money, you're going to be doing something that's going to bring your company recognition, all right? And if you are in school, or you're doing, courses or what have you, and you're going back to school or something like that, I'm going to say to you, you are definitely doing well. You're going to, ace what's going on. You have the Nine of Cups. Couldn't ask for better. A wish fulfilled, right? A wish granted, a wish fulfilled. You have it all. What more do you want? Okay? What more could you ask for? Because this is the time to ask for it. Because to be honest, you have the Sun twice, the Six of Wands, and the Nine of Cups. Holy moly is what I'm going to say to that. Okay, Eight of Wands, this is happening, there's very targeted action here, okay? Eight of Wands, if you notice, all of the wands are all facing in the same direction. That means that it is all going in a specific target, in a specific direction. It's aimed toward something, all right? So, and it's also swift progress, because those things are already in the air. That means if you're trying to achieve something that with that Six of Wands, and like I said, if it's a promotion you want or whatever, go for it, because you're halfway there already with those Eight of Wands flying through the air, okay? Definitely a swift moving energy, and it's definitely heading in one direction, in the direction that you want it to go, all right? Let's get clarifiers now for this Page of Swords. I feel like you're achieving your goals. I feel like you're, at the top of that stack of books tells me you've graduated, you've got to a higher level, you've got a lot of knowledge, you may have gotten that diploma, you may be working toward that, and wanting to increase your knowledge. I feel like you are definitely working hard for it. I don't feel like it's coming to you just easily. I feel like you are definitely communicating well with that Page of Swords, because you also have the Page of Pentacles, and pages are energies of communication, right? Pages carried missives between camps. That's what they did. They were the communicators. They were the email of the medieval world. Okay, so you are communicating here, and if you're communicating with your boss, I'd say you know, that's going to improve, or that will be a good communication. If you're communicating with your students, if you're communicating with your teachers, if you're communicating with your friends, you know, they're all going to go well. All right, let's get more clarifiers for the Page of Swords, please. Empress. Oh boy, lovely energy, beautiful energy there, saying, yeah, it's a time of development and growth for you. Okay, it's definitely a time of developing yourself. The Empress is the energy of Venus. It's also the energy of love. Remember, I said this is a good time to be with the people that you care about, right? And to make sure you're spending time with that. So not only do you want to develop your knowledge and your skills and your career, but you want to develop and grow that energy, that love energy with the one that you care about very, very deeply. You know, the Empress brings situations to fruition. That is what she does, right? It's a card of abundance and like the harvest coming in. So I would say to you that, you know, there's potential there for bringing something to fruition, and in a nice form, okay? So it's a nurturing energy. And for some, it's, you know, pregnancy. I'll say that for some of you out there. I mean, this is a reading for the collective, so it won't be for everybody. For some of you, there's property involved. That's what they just said to me, property involved. So I don't know if some of you are actually thinking about looking for a home or a house and wanting to buy a property, but I would say to you, you can find an ideal home now, is what they're telling me. Maybe the one that you've been hoping for and waiting on. And I do feel like for somebody, they're going to negotiate a really good deal. All right, so expect that with the Empress card. Okay, so it's oftentimes a card of property. Okay, so there's potential there for that. Do I have to tell them anything else about that? No. All right, I can get another clarifier. Thank you. For some of you, if you do already have a home, I feel like you're starting to, you want to redecorate it a little bit, maybe. Maybe get an early start on your holiday decorations. I don't know why they're telling me that, but that's for somebody. All right. And you have the Page of Swords, clarifying the Page of Swords. So this is a doubling down of your message, right, on that Page of Swords. All right. Cancer, let's get you a clarifier now. Let's get you an oracle. Let's see what the oracle wants to tell you. What message would you like to give? What message do you have for Cancer, please, for October? Number 44, Thinker. Number 44, Thinker. I hope I haven't lost my focus there. Give me 1 second, I'll get the book. All right. 44, thinker. The message says, the ability to reason and strategize is the focus now. Take things at face value and follow the logical path. Your calculations will prove to be correct, for in this moment there is no deeper meaning than what is obvious. Things are exactly as they seem. You have all the information you need. Keep it simple and you will win the game of life you're playing right now. Well, that's a really nice message. I'm hoping that that's going to be useful for you, and I hope it's going to resonate along with some of the other messages here. I hope they've resonated. So I'll leave your reading there, my friends. Don't forget to click the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click the notification bell if you want to know when I drop my next video. I have also put up on the channel already some videos that are for a look ahead, 3-month look ahead, which was for October, November, December. If you haven't seen those already, then I suggest you go to the channel and find those and take a look at those. All right. I'll see you again very soon, my friends. Until then, know that I am, as always, wishing you divine light and love.